Hi everyone, this is Mr. Lucas. I figured I would make a video for chapter 4 to show you how to navigate in and out of the text editor, the command line text editor, the Vim editor, or some people call it the VI editor. The traditional ones we are used to, like if you go up here to activities in GNOME, which is our desktop environment here that we're logged into, we could do gedit, all right, and the text editor comes up here. We could click on it. Looks, like a notepad type program. You can type around in it, right? It'll tell you what line you're on, what column, everything you're in. All right, you could save it, so on. In KDE, if you logged out of here, log out, log into KDE, then you could log in and use one called kwrite. There's plenty of other ones. There's one called Emacs. There's all tons. There's LibreOffice. You may have heard of that. OpenOffice. There's a ton of text editors, kind of like word processing programs for Linux as well. Microsoft does not have one. There is no Microsoft Office. But I wanted to show you how to navigate in and out of the command line text editor that we'll be using a lot in chapter 4 and beyond. So I'm going to go to activities and go to open up a terminal. All right, I'm going to SU and assume root privileges using that open SUSE password. And you notice my prompt turns red here. Now, one thing you should have noted from chapter 3 is how to navigate around in the file system. So for instance, some of the stuff like PWD, seeing where we are in the file system, right? Now, I'm going to cd into /root. That's going to change my directory. I'm going to do a pwd to see where I'm at. So I'm changing over to that directory, which is the home directory for the root user, which is the administrative type user for any Linux system. Okay, and I'm going to do a ls just to see what's there. So I see these files there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is use the command line text editor called VI editor. So I'm going to do VI, and then at that, where you could do VIM, and then at that point, you want to put your file name. So I'm just going to put sample file, all one word. Okay. Sometimes they have you do .txt to let you know it's a text file. If they do some other extension like .html, that would be like a notepad file for an HTML page, or .sh might be for like a shell script or something like that. But I'm just going to do sample file. That is my file name. I hit enter, and you notice your screen changes here. So it tells you that your file name down here right now is sample file. Okay. All right, that's my file name. And I can type, but you notice it starts just, going in there, and it said changes to insert mode. Now, the way to do that, because if I type like A and all that stuff, sometimes it won't go to insert mode, but to definitely go to insert mode, you type an I on your keyboard. And you notice it changed to insert there at the bottom. So now that we're in insert mode, we can type this. Whoa. All right, sorry, don't have it there. This is my sample file. You could continue typing. As you type, you notice down here at the bottom, it shows you what line you're on. Right now I'm on line 3, column 1. As you type, you see it goes over from the columns, kind of like a grid. Now when you get done with this and you're ready to save it, to go back to what we called extended mode, you press escape on your keyboard, and you notice the insert went away. The next thing you want to do is either exit and quit, or exit without saving changes if you think you messed up. So to do that, after you type escape or press escape on your keyboard, you make the colon symbol, which is the shift and the semicolon button on your keyboard. Okay, and that's going to make a colon right here. The next thing you can do is WQ. And a lot of times I like to put an exclamation point after it, because that will write and quit. Even if there is a file already named sample file, it'll save over top of it, just so I can make sure I'm saving it. But you can simply just do WQ. Now the WQ again stands for write and quit. That will save this file. Okay, so I can press enter here, and that will write and quit my file. Now if I want to view what's in my file, I'm going to do an ls here, and you'll see that I've got a file called sample file. Now to view that, I'm going to do cat sample file. Cat stands for concatenation, which basically means show my file. So I hit enter here, and you see it shows you this is my sample file, everything that I typed inside of it. So if I had a lot more information, it would show it up there as well. Okay. So I'm going to go back in my file again. I'm going to do Vim sample file. And you notice again, I can press I can add to this. Okay. And let's say I didn't want to save those changes. Escape, shift and semicolon to make a colon, and then Q. That will quit without saving changes. Okay, it says no write since the last time, add the exclamation point to override. So do escape, shift colon, Q, exclamation point. And that's going to exit without saving the changes at all. Okay, now when I go to cat sample file, you see it just still says this is my sample file. But let's say I did want to make some more changes. I can go back in it. Sorry, you need to make sure you always know where your mouse pointer is, or not your mouse pointer, your keyboard pointer, because your mouse will not work inside of this for clicking around and everything. You have to use your keyboard arrows. This time I want to save my changes. Okay, escape, make a colon, WQ, hit enter. Now cat sample file, you see now it saves my changes. So now it says this is my sample file. This time I want to save my changes. All right. So that's just a quick rundown of the Vim editor. Now you do have the VI editor, which is a little bit less fancy. All right. It has a few less word processing text editor shortcuts, but again, it does still operate the exact same way if I wanted to exit out of there. So again, some people say Vim, some people say VI. Either one will open correctly. All right, so that's just kind of a quick rundown. If you have any questions about it, please let me know.